Welcome to today's edition of the show podcast.
What are you drawn to when you open up your closet? It's a question at the center of artist and curator Emily Spivack's work. In 2014, Spivack collected over 60 stories that celebrated the meaning that clothes bring into our lives in her book Worn Stories. The narratives inside featured a range of garments and the memories behind them to illuminate how clothes shape us in ways both big and small. 3 years later, Spivack debuted her follow-up Worn in New York. Now she continues her mission to inspire us to consider the role clothes play in our lives with the television adaptation of her first book. Worn Stories, an 8-episode series arriving on Netflix on April 1st, showcases a variety of storytellers and their relationship with clothes, from a man who goes shopping for clothes after being released from 40 years in prison to a non-binary teenager on the hunt for the perfect outfit for their B'nai Mitzvah. While the books include stories from artists, musicians and others, the show is concerned primarily with everyday people and how they find a sense of identity through a uniform, t-shirt or pair of shoes. Spivack, who served as an executive producer alongside Morgan Neville and Jenji Cohen, spoke to Time about the experience of adapting her work for television, how the pandemic changed our approach to getting dressed and why she believes we won't all be wearing sweatpants forever. Spivack: in the show, half of the stories come from the book, and then about half are new. I put those books together very deliberately. I wanted you to be able to feel like you could fill in the gaps when you saw the garment and read the words that the person spoke. But there were certainly moments where I wished you could see more of the visual aspect, like the texture of the clothing or the person's expression as they were sharing the story. Also, in the books there are themes that emerge, and I felt like I could be more deliberate about organizing the show so that you could weave the stories together. A lot of my work is about gathering source material, then playing with it and recontextualizing it. How did you choose which story fit into which episode? I wanted to pick themes that felt universal. So much of the show and the book are about juxtaposition, two different subjects who you would never imagine being put in the same room, but they really work together. There are these moments of juxtaposition, like Mrs. Park, who is wearing that yellow sweater that gives her the confidence to perform at her Korean dance troupe, and Timmy Capello, who uses his codpiece given to him by Tina Turner to get on stage and perform. These are two stories you would never imagine would be together in a season, and there they are, and they're about building confidence.